What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We got a little live before lock coming at you here on a Friday that kind of feels like a Monday. I don't know. Doesn't feel like I feel like I was supposed to sync this to the So Rare YouTube channel like we do on Mondays. But it's a Friday, baby. Who do we got in the chat here for this one? We got the Common Man. Common Man, what was the parlay? Let us know, big dog. We got Borland up in here. We got, I don't know, what I feel like, what was your username? It used to be a different name down here, but we got OKLM. Dennis is here. Sneeps, let's go. Akmal, we got Snoopaloop, Tengus, we got it's Hershey, let's go. Marco's in the chat, Crocodile Dundee. We got to fire up the trivia again a little bit later. Jump shooting in here for the new year. Reese is in the chat. Feel like we haven't seen him. Chill shot. Good to see everybody. We got kind of a tough one. We got kind of a tough slate. Torpcrawl, let's go. May I go for my last streak? 310. Yeah, we're not playing coups. Don't do stuff like that. Let's fire up the giveaway. Like the stream. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to put hashtag kitty cat into the chat. Hashtag kitty cat. As we wait to see the news, Karl Anthony Towns downgraded today with an illness, never a good sign. And as someone who resides in New York City, it's been clear there's a little flu action going around. So hopefully Cat's good to go. Don't really know what to make of the line yet. As always, the way we're going to run this ship tonight, we're going to go over the schedule. We'll go over the injury news while we do that. We'll take a look at the weekend slate. Then we'll give away. No, then we won't. Then we'll go over some of the projections. I'll show you the lineups that I be building right now. And then we'll go from there. We'll get into your questions. We'll hang out for about 90 minutes or so. And, let's just have a good time. If you haven't done it yet, like the stream, subscribe to the channel. Common Man in the chat saying he's going Siakam over points, Mobley over points, Bub Carrington. Hey, I love this Bub Carrington call. I'm with you on Bubble Ups. All right, let's go. Let's share screen to the schedule. I haven't pulled the schedule up yet. We're asleep at the wheel over here. Also, hey, cheers. We're going to take a little sip. We're doing something a little different today, too. We got some darker stuff today. A little, just a little finger, Cheers. You want to know why? Because it's so damn cold. It's so damn cold in New York. I don't want a cold beer. I want a little bit of warmth. A little bit of warmth in my chest. A little bit of warmth in my belly. You know? Almost went full hot toddy mode. But didn't do it tonight. All right, let's go. Let's take a peek at this schedule tonight. Here we go. Spurs and the Indiana Pacers. The Spurs, my friends, are going to be without the Frenchman, Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama is going to miss tonight's game. There's a chance he plays tomorrow on the back-to-back. I would say doubtful that he plays, but there's a chance he goes. Outside of that, they're without Harrison Ingram and Devin Vassell. No Vassell in this one. On the Pacers side of stuff, Isaiah Jackson and Obi Toppin are both out. TJ McConnell is probable. One thing to pay attention to, Mr. Johnny Furphy seemed to really piss off Rick Carlisle. So I don't know if we're going back to the Furfinator anytime soon. So keep that in mind. The Brooklyn Nets and the Washington Wizards. Man, where Brooklyn at? They're keeping everybody at home, bro. They're sitting so many people. Ready for this? No Nick Claxton, no Cam Thomas, no Michael Porter Jr., no Haywood Highsmith tonight. Yegor Damon is in. Terrence Mann most likely going to play as well. Does that mean we get a big Day'Ron Sharp night, a big Noah Clowney night? Hard to tell. That's really gross stuff for them. On the Wizards side of stuff, they're without Cam Whitmore, Corey Kispert, and Keyshawn George. Also, Tristan Vukcevic is questionable, but he's kind of been losing minutes lately. So this is, I like the Bub Carrington shout. I think that's pretty fun. He's coming off a couple of impressive performances. He had a 25-5 in his last game in 23 minutes. So that's pretty fun. Brooklyn's defense has been good as of late, but they're also resting all of their starters. You know what I'm saying? So don't know how we're going to do that. If I win $1 million, I will also live in New York City. Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm proof that you don't need $1 million. You don't even need, you need like $5 to live in New York City. That's your boy. All right, here we go. The Denver Nuggets and the Cavs. Next big man up, next big man down. Cavs, the Nuggets keep losing people, right? So Jokic is out. Now, my name is Jonas is out. Christian Brown is out. Aaron Gordon is out. Tamar Bates is out. And Cam Johnson is out. And as the chat has alluded, it is Day'Ron Holmes' season. All right, Day'Ron Holmes, the second-year guy, got hurt at the beginning of the season last year. Didn't play at all. Now he's back. In his first game, it was December 29th against the Miami Heat. He played 8 minutes. And then in the Toronto game, looked like he was on pace to play 15 to 17 minutes. And then Jonas Valanciunas goes down. He ends up playing 21 minutes. I assume he's going to start. I don't know if they've announced the starters yet. I assume he's going to start. I think we could project him for about 25 to 27 minutes. The guy's got a cap of 2. He's got a cap of 2. So fire up, fire up. On the Cleveland side of stuff, this is the healthiest they've been in a while from their big boys perspective. They have Sam Merrill and Dean Wade questionable. Larry Nance and Max Strus is loose, has been out, but they got Craig Porter Jr. back. But honestly, I don't really know what to do with this game. You can see the Cavs here are favored by 13.5. Feels like it could get out of hand pretty quickly. I don't know. I don't know how to approach it yet. A-Town down against the New York Bing Bong Knicks. Let's start with the Knicks. I mentioned the Cat stuff. Midday downgrade, not great, Bob. I don't know what to make of it. Mitchell Robinson also queued up here. The spread against this Atlanta team was 7.5 this morning. It's down to 6.5. So I don't know. They're also without Shaman and Josh Hart. On Atlanta's side of stuff, they're without Trae Young and N'Faly Dante. They did get Kristaps Porzingis back. He played 17 minutes in his first game. Maybe we can project him closer to 20 today. But it does kind of open the door back up for Onyeka Okongwu, Dyson Daniels, and then Jalen Johnson, man. Jalen Johnson, absolute smash. CD Beats running hot, baby. Says he bought a Holmes for $1 as a Joker collection piece last week. Let's go. Are you playing it or flipping it, CD? Are you playing it or flipping it? Because if you decide to flip it, there's something we need to do. We are from City and our business. Big step, big step. Gonna flip $1 here, $1 there, $1 here, $1 there, $1 here, $1 there. Man, we love it. We love it, baby. I'm going to be playing a Holmes, too. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But anyways, on the Atlanta side of stuff, yeah. I mean, Jalen Johnson, obviously. Everybody gets a boost with no Trae Young. Orlando and Chicago. I can't believe Orlando's only favored by 4.5. Let's run through the Bulls and who they're missing tonight, right? They're no Giddey. No Kobe White, no Zach Collins, no Senge. It's Vucci Main, revenge night. Nikola Vucevic against his former team, the Orlando Magic. Trey Jones, Jalen Smith, yada, yada, yada. Maybe some Bushelish, maybe a little Matesh Bushelish. On the Magic side of stuff, it's time to Suggs, baby, because Jalen Suggs is returning to action. I imagine he's probably closer to 22 to 24 minutes, but good. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I missed that he played 25 minutes against the Pacers on New Year's Eve. Oh, it's beautiful. I missed that. I was too busy watching the pit. But anyways, okay, so Suggs, we closer to 26, 27 minutes. That's pretty fun. Anthony Black has been red hot. Bane, Paolo, usual suspects. All right, let's keep going. Charlotte Hornets and the Milwaukee Bucks. So this is where it gets a little confusing because Giannis Antetokounmpo is now probable with injury management. All right? Why? All right, you think he's closer to 23.5? Well, we just found out he's playing 25, brother. What do we do here with Giannis Antetokounmpo? So he started the day that he was playing basketball. At the beginning of the day, Giannis was playing basketball. Now probable with injury management. Why downgrade him? Now the Bucks have been famous for giving guys P tags with the probable, and then all of a sudden they don't play basketball. So I'm a little bit nervous that Mr. Greekish Freakish is not going to be playing basketball today, which if that happens, that gives a nice little boost to Ryan Rollins. It also gives a boost to... We're the Porters. Boom. We're the Porters. We share the crowd of up and down performers. Throwing things and buzzer beater corners. And one of us is playing for the Warriors. We're juniors and we're the Porters. Now, again, I think Kevin Porter Jr. is in a pretty good spot, irregardless. No, I think he's in a pretty good spot, no matter if Giannis plays or not. But obviously, a much, much better play if Giannis ends up sitting. I would say I'm 60-40 he plays, but I think there's a real risk involved here. Charlotte seeming like they were going to be missing a ton of people, right? And then all of a sudden, everybody's healthy already. They are still without Grant Williams, Plum Dog Millionaire, and Big Cock Brenner. However, they got almost everybody back. Bridges, Miller, Khan, LaMelo, they're all good to go. Musa Diabate, I actually think Musa's a decent play. He was playing pretty big minutes before he got dinged up. He's questionable tonight, so we'll have to wait and see. But I like Musa if he goes. I like the Moose. The Moose is loose. Then maybe the most fun game of the night, even though the Pelicans ruled out a bunch of guys. Portland here, favored by 3.5. Look at that total, 240.5. Is that the highest one? No. Hawks and Knicks beat them, 242.5. Cavs and Nuggets are right there at 240 as well. But yeah, the Pelicans are without, like, they got the hospital squad, which might mean it's a pool party here. So they're without DeJounte, Sadiq Bey, Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, and the Queen, Derek Queen's out. So it's Zion, Jordan Poole, no fears, Yves Messi, Jose Alvarado. So I don't know what you make of it. Zion has been starting lately. Of course, he's going to start tonight with everybody out. I imagine Tamani Kamara gets that assignment. I think he could beat that assignment, so I'm not too worried about it. On the Portland side of stuff, they're without Drew, Scoot, Thibault, Grant, Wesley, and Dame time. This is an awesome, awesome Denny Avdia spot, an awesome Shaedon Sharpe spot, an awesome Donovan Clingan spot. I think we're in a rare spot this weekend. I think we're in a rare spot this weekend. Like that the MVPs might come from somebody like a Denny or a Jalen Johnson instead of that other scenario of, like, you know what I mean? It's normally like, oh, it's Giannis. Obviously, Wemby's hurt. Obviously, Jokic is hurt. Luka's going to be the clear favorite, but I wouldn't be shocked if somebody like Denny or somebody like JJ, even Kawhi, well, Kawhi only has one game, outscores all of these guys. Just throwing that out there. Light the beam. The Kings here. The King. I didn't mention too much of the rest of the Blazers, by the way. Love Shaedon Sharpe. Love Donovan Clingan. The Kings are relatively healthy without Sabonis and Zachary Levine. I hate all of them. I'm not gonna. If the projections tell us to play somebody, then we can go talk about it. Phoenix here. Jalen Green's out. Grayson Allen's questionable. Everybody else, cool. Good at basketball. Great. I don't really want to talk about this game. And then the last game of the night, fantasy goodness here, the Lakers. They're without Rui Hashimura. Bronny's there. Austin Reeves, Adu Thiero, Gabe Vincent. Jared Vanderbilt, however, was questionable, upgraded to probable. That's good news. Does Luka Magic return to offensive dominance? This is a great LeBron James, great spot for James. DeAndre Ayton against the front court of Memphis that's non-existent. But really, Ja Morant probably should have made the thumbnail. Ja coming off a game where he played 35 minutes in an overtime action against the 76ers, had 40 points in that game. They have nobody to stay in front of him. They have nobody to stay in front of Ja. They don't. And so even though he's probably going to be limited to, again, like the 33 to 36 minute range, or I wish it would be 30 to 34 minute range, I think Ja Morant could go nuts in the spot. Jaren Jackson Jr. has strung together like quite a few great performances, so I like that as well. But yeah, I really love this game. And then the Thunder and Warriors, I forgot about that one. So the Thunder are up by 2 touchdowns in this one. They're still up by 2 touchdowns. The Warriors are resting. Warriors are resting Jimmy. They're resting Steph. They've already come out and said, I was listening to a soundbite of a hit Steve Kerr did earlier this morning or midday, that Jonathan Kuminga is going to play a ton. Like, hey, congrats, Jonathan Kuminga. We're going to let you play basketball, and it's against J-Dub and Dort and everybody else in between. So I haven't looked at the projections yet. There's a chance Kuminga projects really well. I don't like it. I don't love this spot. The case for it is that Kerr lets him play 38 minutes and he gets there in garbage time. But this game feels like it could get out of hand pretty quickly. I don't really like it. But yeah, that's where we're at. Okay, let's remind the people here, if you're just joining us, do me a favor, like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and then you can put hashtag kitty cat into the chitty chat to give us a shot at a limited in-season card Let's go see if I'm missing anything. Did we get any late news? Joel Embiid's going to play tomorrow. That was probable. That's a good sign. Jalen Wells and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, I forgot about them. They were questionable. They have been improved to probable, so that's a good sign for Memphis to have some guards to throw at what's his name at Luka Doncic. So I think that's it. We covered most of this stuff, and now I think we go bounce around, look at some projections here. Let's look at some projections here. All right, hold on one second while I switch this up. There we go. Had to clear some filters. Okay, let's share the other screen. All right, here we go. So let's take a look here, and we'll start with the value stuff. As always, we're going to do a cap of less than or equal to 20. Less than or equal to 20 here, and let's just do it. Oh, no, I did value. Whoopsies. Less than or equal to 20. Let's do that. All right, so I'm gonna put some kiboshes on some of these projections with some ball knowing knowledge. Now, I don't know how much of it will stick, but I'm just gonna tell you. So I'll give you the projection, and then you can, if you want to go with it, if you want to run with it, by all means. But here we go. Jalen Smith right here. So Jalen Smith has a cap of 17 and projection of 41. I think this is high. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I'm so sorry. Before we do this, yeah, we're gonna come back to this. I'm sorry. I forgot to do this quickly. Let's just look at Saturday and Sunday just real fast because I wanted to see some teams that have 2 games. So if we go to Saturday. Saturday, we have Timberwolves and the Heat. There we go. Mini against Miami. I said Bam was probable for that one. Both of those teams, that's their first game. 76ers are playing the Knicks on a back-to-back, so maybe Cat sits and goes tomorrow against Philly. The Hawks will also be on a back-to-back against the Toronto Raptors in Toronto. The Hornets will be on a back-to-back against Chicago, who will be on a back-to-back. I wonder if LaMelo plays both games. I believe he's done that the last 2 back-to-backs. Trailblazers will be on a back-to-back against San Antonio. We already mentioned, who will also be on a back-to-back. We already mentioned that Wemby is questionable for that one. And then Houston will play their first game of the game week against Dallas. Utah will play their first game of the game week against the Warriors. The Warriors clearly are throwing this game, so Steph and Jimmy can play at home tomorrow against Utah. And then the Boston Celtics will take on the Los Angeles Clippers. I believe that's both of those teams' only game this game week. Then on Sunday, Detroit only has 1 game. We don't have any information on Jalen Duren yet, who left last night's game, didn't come back. I would assume he's not going to play, but who knows? They also could have just been being cautious, and they know this is a good matchup against Cleveland. The Pacers, they'll play their second game of the game week against the Magic in their second game. Denver and Brooklyn, that will both be their second game, no back-to-back. Miami will be on a back-to-back on Sunday against the Pelicans for their second game. Timberwolves will be on a back-to-back, and they get the Washington Wizards for their second game. Thunder and Suns should be a fun rematch. Both of those teams, that's their second game. The Bucks will get their second one against the Kings second game, and then the Grizzlies and Lakers play each other 2 freaking times this game week. Okay, sorry about that. So let's go back to the Jalen Smith stuff here now, okay? I'm going to play the game. What are you talking about? I didn't forget to play the game. We play this game at the end. Snoop. All right, let's go back to Jalen Smith. So, and I want to shout out Gallagher from ETR. This is where I got this tidbit. I don't think I would have caught it otherwise. So they started Jalen Smith in that game next to Vucci Main, and I forget who they were playing in that last matchup. But Jalen Smith, they basically wanted to go double big. That's what they wanted to do. I suspect against Orlando, Kevin Huerter is going to be the one starting. So I think this Jalen Smith, and we see Kevin Huerter second on this list, right? Huerter projects pretty well. He projects for 34. I think I like the Huerter play a little bit more than Jalen Smith. I still think Jalen Smith is a really good play. I really do, but it's telling you to just jam him in there, and I'm a little bit nervous about that. So I'm going to do a quick refresh here. Hold on. I want to make sure I have the most up-to-date stuff. But yeah, I think that's I don't know if I trust that projection as much. So, and now it's already come down to 37 here since that's why we did the refresh. I think 37 is a little bit better with a cap of 17. I don't know. Then you got Yegor Daman, cap of 20 with a projection of 33. We know he's going to have to do a lion's share of the load today on the offensive end. I will say it is a good matchup against Washington. No Michael Porter Jr., no Cam Thomas. Like, he's going to have to do a little bit more. Washington sucks on defense unless he's considered their best player, and then he gets Koulibaly. That's not fun. Julian Champagnie, I believe he had 33 or 36 points in this last game where Wemby didn't left the game early. There was no Vassell. Champagnie was the one that got the start. He popped off. We mentioned Kevin Huerter right there. Io DeSumo, also same spot. And then there's Daron Holmes, the second, who's got a Capituni projects for 30, which is wild business. Bryce Sensabaugh has a nice projection here, cap of 17, projection of 30. Mentioned Jeremiah Fears of the Pelicans, cap of 20. Problem with the Pelicans is so many of these guys have been playing so many minutes for a long time that no one's getting like a real massive boost. Caleb Love's down here. They see, so it looks like top tier projections is projecting Jalen Duren probably not to play here with B-Ball Paul's projection. A cap of 10, projection of 28.5. That's pretty fun. Okoro was a one-hit wonder. Yeah, I don't expect Okoro to cook like that again. Hoops Bjorn says they started Jones, Bucelis, Okoro, Smith, and Vooch, with Smith and Jones playing less than 30 minutes. Yeah, Trey Jones was awesome, though. Trey Jones was awesome in that last game. And I will say, Trey Jones probably has the best matchup of all the Bulls tonight, even though Suggs is back. There's Danny Wolf, another Brooklyn net that's going to do some stuff. I mentioned Musa Diabate over there. Golden State's Pat Spencer. Sure. They only have him projected for one game, even though they have the back-to-back. That's because they assume when the starters are back, he won't get any run. There's DeAndre Hunter down here. Marcus Smart's an interesting one. I imagine he's going to have to be out there to defend a little bit with Ja Morant. Vando's down here. He's going to play a lot more with no Rui. And then you get some Simon, some Man. Let's just do straight value by this to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Kevon Looney, he's going to get a little bit more run tonight with the Pelicans being thinned out as they are and having to deal with Donovan Clingan. I think there's a chance Looney even starts. Looney or Missy, one of them. And then Jalen Pickett, that's another Denver Nugget who's starting, cap of 10 with a projection of 21. So that's straight value with a cap less than or equal to 20. Now we're just going to do value in general to see if we missed anybody. So we already talked about Holmes and Smith and B-Ball Paul. Paolo Banchero, great spot tonight against Chicago. I know he disappointed the last game week or the last 2 game weeks. He's got a cap of 33 with a projection of 50. Luka's got 2 pretty good matchups here against Memphis, even though they're getting Jalen Wells and KCP back. I don't think that really slows down Luka. He's got a cap of 53, projects for 68. There's Giannis. They've got 2 games this game week, Friday and Sunday. If he doesn't play tonight, I expect he plays on Sunday. But yeah, anyways, if he does go, he's in a great spot, even though he's on a ton of he's on a minute restriction here, pretty hard 28-minute restriction. We also got some new. Oh wait, no, X is fucked, man. I tried to refresh the injury news and it took me back to January 1st. I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. I mentioned Caleb Love. OG Anunoby, if you think Karl Anthony Towns sits, cap at 30, projection of 44, that would mean no Cat and no Josh Hart, and then maybe even no Mitchell Robinson, who's also questionable. He'd have to do a little bit more down low, like that for him in a good spot. I mentioned Kevon Looney, Damon, Champagnie, Sensabaugh. There's Clingan. I love Clingan this game week, 32, projection of 44. You got Mikal Bridges over here, some Zion, Ja Morant, Noah Clowney, and so on and so on. Let's just look at straight projection here. Luka leading the way here. I actually vehemently disagree with this. I would take Jalen Johnson over Giannis. I would take Denny. Does Denny have 2 games this game week? Where's Denny? Where's Denny? Or does he only have 1 game? Do the Blazers only have 1 game? Oh my God, I'd take the over on Denny's projection, 47. Are you kidding me? I would take Denny over Giannis. I would take SG over Giannis. That's probably where it ends. Maybe Kawhi over Giannis, except they have 2 games. And I know Giannis is in a great spot, but I don't know. All right, so if I go over and look at my collection, and then let's make sure I don't have any saved lineups. Delete. All right, let's build a lineup here. Let's see what this tells me, and then we'll go over. I'll show you what I built. All right, so this is telling me, wow, they changed it again. This is telling me to run out Luka, Daron Holmes, Mikal Bridges, Jamal Murray, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's pretty good, huh? That's pretty good. Do we like that lineup? I'm going to show you what I have already. Because I went a different direction for the time being. Curious which one you guys like more here. The other lineup that I have is Jalen Johnson, De'Aaron Fox, Ja Morant, Luka Doncic, and Daron Holmes. I really like Jalen Johnson, man. I like this lineup more. I think Fox with no Wemby and Castle has like an injured hand. Is a non-shooting hand, but still an injured hand. Like maybe Fox does a little bit more. His cap's pretty low. I really like this lineup. I think Ja's in a smash spot both nights. Or both games, excuse me, since they're playing the same team twice on Friday and on Sunday. Again, Jalen Johnson with no Trae Young tonight against the Knicks. I really like that. And then Fox, yeah, I already explained Fox. So I think I'm going to stick with this. I think I'm going to stick with this lineup. I think I'm going to go build another one right now. Oh, yeah, I'll confirm it, baby. Let's build another one right now. I don't have a lot of, like, if I use Jalen Johnson and Luka in the same one, my next MVP options aren't the best, right? Where it's, because Jokic is dinged up. It's like Kawhi with a 51. We could throw Kawhi in there. I mean, Ant in two really good spots is fun. Maybe we do something like, could we do Ant, Jamal Murray? Because I'm not opposed to playing Jamal Murray here. Oh, God, again, the first letter never types in. That leaves us a 24 the rest of the way. We could throw in Paolo, because I haven't used Paolo yet. That leaves us with 20 the rest of the way. And then I'm going to go back. You're not going to see this, but I'm going back to my collection over on Top Tier. And then I can't throw Paul Reed in there. I could play a Jalen Smith. Let's see. What does Jalen Smith give us? Or what is Paul? Oh, right. Do I have a Paul Reed? I don't have in-season Paul Reed. All right, we'll use Reed for the other thing. What about Jalen Pickett? With a cap of 10? That leaves us with 31 for the last spot. We could throw Bridges in there. Oh my God, Zion in there is pretty fun. Dyson Daniels with no. Wow, that's pretty spicy, right? How do we feel about that? Do we like this lineup? I kind of like this. Why is Holmes good? They don't have anybody, man. They don't have anybody. They don't have Nikola Jokic. They don't have Jonas Valanciunas. They hate Zeke Naji. He's going to play 30 minutes. Or let's say he's going to play 24 minutes. Yeah, I have Paolo in that lineup. So this lineup right now reads Anthony Edwards, Jamal Murray, Paolo Banchero, Zion, and Pickett. The other thing we could do, if we wanted to, we could swap out Ant-Man for this one and throw in Giannis to save 5 on the cap, I think, right? If we think he goes. That leaves us with 5. And we could go from Zion to Amin Thompson, but he only has one game. I don't think we're pivoting there. We can't use the other Fox. I don't think we're pivoting there. So shit, who did I just take out? Zion. We could. What do we have in the 15 range? Let's see if we have anybody else in the 15 range. I think we just keep it. Maybe we can force in Giannis in our contender lineup and get really weird. I don't know what other value options we have, but all right. So for the 15 range, Danny Gafford with one game against Houston. Don't love that. Clarkson. Craig Porter Jr. I mean, we could go Kuminga. All right, Giannis and Kuminga, or Anthony Edwards. They hate Zeke Naji, man. I went over this at the top ukulele. Zeke, this is how many minutes Zeke Naji played in the last game. In the last game, with no Jokic, and with Jonas Valanciunas leaving the game in the third quarter, Zeke Naji played 0 minutes. So Zeke Naji probably plays 8 minutes tonight. But I don't know. Would you use? Hold on, I'll get to the questions here in a little bit. We're in the lineup building part. All right, people are saying the Ant-Man lineup is better. You don't trust Steve Kerr and Kuminga. Well, no, I mean Kuminga's going to play. Kuminga's going to play tonight for sure. They don't have anybody. I don't trust him either. But actually, I'm going to do this. This is some Giannis coverage. All right, let's go build a contender. Let's go build a contender, and then we'll get into some of your lineups here. I also like the idea of just being able to use Pickett in this lineup. So that leaves us with 27, the rest of the way to go. So some of the options that we haven't used yet. I mean, Klingon would be fun to get in. Bridges would be fun to get in. OG Anunoby as well. Is there anybody else? Like Mark Williams actually is in an okay spot. We could go to Peyton Watson. Actually, Peyton Watson. Let's do Peyton Watson. Let's do Peyton Watson. That's a cap of 23. Let's do Paul Reed. And then that gives us two like really low caps. So that gives us 38 the rest of the way, which is pretty fun because I think what we could do is Denny, who I said I really like. That leaves us with 33. We could do Shaden Sharp, who's in an awesome spot. Khalil Ware. Honestly, I think I'm just going to go Klingen. I'm going to go Kling Kong tonight. I love this lineup for contender. This is hot. This is hot. I really like this one. Yeah, Champagne for us. San Antonio is a solid spot too. You can go to Champagne. I think that's fine. Yeah, let's fire this in. That's hot. That's hot as hell. Denny, Kling Kong. I'll go. Yeah, and I will go over the lineups too. I'm gonna build one more here. We'll build one more. I want to make sure. Am I missing any like obvious value guys? I think Zaire Williams is probably gonna play a ton of minutes tonight, right? For Brooklyn. Where Brooklyn at? Let's throw Zaire in there. Let's throw Zaire in there. We'll start there. So that leaves us with 26 per. Let's scroll to the bottom. Oh, come on. Come on, so rare. Let's scroll to the bottom. Let's see what we have over here. Sorry, I got to check one thing over here. Over here. I'm deciding if I want to finish some more underdog lineups before lock. All right, so come on. We should probably get Dyson Daniels in a lineup here. In this one probably. I just want to make sure I'm not missing any like really, really low capped guys. I wish it. Whatever, it's my own fault. We've got Amir Coffey, who's projected for -1. That's pretty hot. Bismack Biyombo's down there. Let's see. Okay, Zeke Najee's projected for 17. But again, I really don't think he's going to play too much. I mean, I'm nervous about Shea. I think you can still play him, but I am nervous about Shea. I am. Let's see. Okay, so let's put in Zeke Najee. Let me keep scrolling. Zeke Najee's on the list. Julian Strother's down there. Jalen Wilson, maybe. I think I'd play Zeke Najee before Jalen Wilson. Just seeing if anybody else is popping over here. Remember Cole Anthony? God. Kelly O. I don't think he's going to play enough. Jordan Hawkins. Oh, there's Furphy. I already I think I mentioned this. Where like, yeah. Oh, Jovic here. Jovic cap at 12, huh? Let's get Jovic in there. That leaves us at 31 for the last three. Now we could go. Let's throw Dyson. I think we throw Dyson, and then I do think we play Bridges here. And then it leaves us 32 for that last spot. Nemby's kind of fun. Nemby is kind of fun, actually. VJ Edgecombe, Mark Williams, Keegan. Do we go Mark Williams? No, let's go VJ. No, VJ only has one game. That's a high projection for only one game. Where's Jaren Jackson Jr., actually? Oh, all right. Let's. Okay, Jaren. Wow, he's a cap of 40 now. Let's do this. Let's see what this does. If we throw Zeke Najee in that spot, that leaves us 34. And then I think we do that. Oh, my gosh. We could play Fox. In that last spot. Sure. Fox, Jaren Jackson, Jovic, Najee, Dyson Daniels. Let's go. All right. That's fun. How do we... Okay, yeah, you said go through the lineups here. All right, so this is what I have. Let me zoom out a little bit over here. All right, so my limited champions. This is my first lineup here. We got Luka Magic, John Morant, Jalen Johnson, De'Aaron Fox, and De'Ron Holmes. Our second champion lineup, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jamal Murray, Paolo Banchero, Zion, and Jonathan Kuminga. For our contender, we went Denny, Klingen, Watson, Pickett, and Paul Reed. And then our second contender, Jaren Jackson Jr., Fox, Dyson Daniels, Zeke Najee, Nikola Jovic. So that's what I've got right now. Did I miss anything? Let's see. Julian Chip. Okay, hold on. We'll get to the questions in a second. I was looking at Poole. What's Jordan Poole's cap here? Let me check, and then I'll switch over to projections. We can get into questions here in a second. Poole, he's got a cap of 26 with a projection of 33. He actually doesn't pop that much more. But you can do it. I was looking at it this morning on the underdog stuff. No, I'm more interested in Zion. I was telling you guys, so here, we'll go over to the Pelicans. I was telling you guys that all of these guys have been playing kind of a lot of minutes that I don't think, what is going on? I don't think they just pop as much because of that. Like if we go, let's apply that. What is it? NOR. There we go. All right. So if we do it by value, right? You got Kevon Looney, sure, cap of 11 in the projection, 24.5. I don't think he has a ton of ceiling, though. Their third highest value guy is Jeremiah Fears, And then, Pools down here, all these caps are a little too high. I think if Alvarado was closer to 14, if McGowan's was closer to 10, even Looney, I think, I'd rather take Nikola Jovic than Kevon Looney. I just think this is a really good spot for Zion, and that's kind of it for me. I wouldn't fault you. I think the other case you could make is no, I was thinking of somebody else. I was gonna say Micah Peavy, but I honestly, I think I'd be more interested in a dart throw on Peavy than anything else. So I don't know. But again, feel free to fight me on that if you guys feel differently. I respect it. I respect the hell out of it if you feel differently. But let's go. You can start firing questions now. I'm not scrolling back up though. So whatever you got, put them into the chat. I'll keep refreshing the injury news, but it seems like we are in the clear for the moment here. But yeah, let's go. Let's go. Bring me them QQs, baby. L 10 of 33. Aldama 2 against the Lakers, or Sharp or Khalil Ware. I'd rank them Sharp, then Khalil Ware, and then Santi Aldama. Normally, I'm a Santi Aldama bull. I love Santi Aldama. My concern with Santi here is the Lakers are weirdly not a good matchup against bigs, and so I think he's fine, but he's not my favorite. Pat Spencer or Jose, and why isn't Buddy popping? Which Buddy? Buddy Hield? Because Buddy Hield sucks, guys. Buddy Hield's got a cap of 17 in projection. I don't think it matters. All right, I'm going to go Alvarado. I think with the Grizzlies getting a little bit healthier. Oh, no, Pat Spencer's on Golden State. I was thinking of Cam Spencer. Pat Spencer projects for 27. That's pretty good. And then the other one, I apologize, I forgot, Alvarado. I actually think I'd take it. Spencer projects better. I think I'd go Alvarado, me personally. But Spencer does project better. Is this about John Collins, I'm assuming? Is this about John Collins? So he's got a cap of 25, a projection of 18. Listen. Clippers have been so shorthanded. Ty Lue played him 20 minutes last night. They've been playing that guy Giannis Niederhauser. They've been playing him a little bit more. So I don't know. Even Cat playing tonight. He might not tomorrow, right? Right. I think there's a better chance. I think there's a better chance that Cat plays tomorrow than tonight. And I think if I had to bet, he plays at least. I bet it's more likely that Cat plays both games than he doesn't play any of the games. Is that helpful? All right, Julian Champagny or Yegor Demon. I actually think I would go Yegor here. He projects for 33. Champagny projects for 33 as well, but I think I would lean Demon. I like that matchup so much better. Your champion, you're running out Luka Magic, Triple J, Devin Book, Peyton Watson, and Io. Yeah, that's nice, man. That's a really solid squad. That's in good shape. Shea and Mobley or Ant and Giannis. As long as Giannis is good to go, it's Ant and Giannis. It's not close. I think still Evan Mobley is only going to be playing 28 minutes. I think there's a chance this game gets out of hand. And if that happens, he's playing even less. You know what I mean? This is your MVP, Giannis, Denny, Paolo, Holmes, or don't risk Giannis and buy enough. Well, I mean, we should have that Giannis news before lock. I imagine we have it, right? What time does that game start? I know that's one of the earlier games, right? I thought that was the second one on the list. Oh, it starts at 8. I think we'll have it before lock. But if not, if it's a game time decision, I'd be shitting my pants. But I don't think. Let me see. What are the other options here? 41. Where's the next one that pops? Yeah, I mean, wait, what the fuck was that? There's such a big gap. I would take the under on that Giannis projection, man. He's on a minute restriction. I still think he's a good play, but yeah, LaMelo and Evan Mobley. LeBron James. I mean, actually, I would probably play LeBron over Giannis maybe, but I would just roll with Giannis. Day'Ron Sharp, Mobley, and Shaden Sharp projections. So, yeah, Mobley projects for 46.5. That feels high to me, honestly, if he's still on a minute restriction. Shaden Sharp projects for 40. Day'Ron Sharp for 34. Jamal Murray and Aldama or Cat and LaMelo. If Cat's good to go, it's Cat and LaMelo. It's Cat and LaMelo. I'm just nervous that the Cavs kind of beat up on the Nuggets. What about Anthony Davis? What about him? He looks pretty bad in his return, even though he played 37 minutes. Anthony Davis has a cap of 46 with a projection of 49.2. They only have one game, so it's fine. They only have one game. Let's save this. We'll save these hands. Let me get through some more questions. Quickly or Shaden Sharp? I'd play Shaden Sharp. What do we think about Scotty Barnes? Scotty here projects for 41.5. Only one game this game week, so if you have other options, I don't know. Jovic projects for 24. What's up, Gabriel? Missy or Jovic? I'd play Jovic over Missy. I just don't trust the Pelicans big man stuff. I mean, I would play Yegor over Io as well. The case for Missy and Kevon Looney, they kind of have the same thing, the same outcome or variance. They're going to have to be big against Donovan Clingan. So, and Time Lord off the bench. So maybe they play. I'm tap the Rockies, baby. Tap the Rockies. Kamara projects for, I think, what did I say it was? 31.4. Vooch projects for 39.6. Man, I think I'm going Nembhard over Ayton. Even though I really like the Ayton matchup tonight against Memphis, Ayton sucks. Nemby's got a projection of 37. Ayton projects, for 33. So, yeah, projections agree, too. Yeah, Jovic is 24. All right, yeah, let's do these hands. Let's do these hands here. Let me pull it up. I think we do need to reset the vibes. I could tell. Like, you can hear it in my voice. My voice is slowly dying. Yeah, my voice is slowly dying. We need these hands. We really do. We really, really do. All right, hold on. Let's share it. I would take Cade over Mitchell. I would take Banchero over Zion, but it's close. I also would take. Does Philly only have one game? I would take Cade over Maxey. Although, man, they project this. Fuck, that's close. I think I would take Cade over Maxey, but it's close, man. It's close. Speaking of close, let's go. Let's do it. Sing along. Hands in the chat.
Same hands that work the pain, same hands I fold in prayer. 12 years and I'm still learning what it means to really care. They see me on the court at night, but that ain't all I am. From Ames to San Antonio, trying to serve a bigger plan. These hands that give, these hands that live, more than buckets, more than wind.
Ho.
These hands that give, these hands that reach to every child that needs to live. That's the real gift.
Wow. Just really good stuff. All right, let's get out of that. That was good though. That was really good. All right. Somebody asked for a Castle projection while that chaos was happening. Man, I love Castle. I'm a little bit nervous about that hand injury, but he's got a cap at 33, projects for 42.5. That's right. Hang in there. Yeah, I know. And the double dribbles, and it's nighttime. Rank them for tonight only. Nemby, CJ McCollum, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Nesmith Mathurin. I think I kind of want to go Nickeil Alexander-Walker. For me, it's Nemby or Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's where I would go. CJ's fine too, but I think that's where I would go. Your champ team is Maxey, LaMelo, Turner, Fox, and McDaniels. Yeah, that's pretty solid, man. Listen, deep down in my heart, sorry, just kidding. My New Year's resolution was that I was not going to shit on Miles Turner anymore. Nikola Jovic projects for 24. No, yeah, 24. He's got a cap of 12, projection of 24. I got that shit memorized now. Lots of people ready to play Nikola Jovic based on those questions alone. I can tell. Did we get any more news here? Any more news? Oh, we got the news. No, nothing else, huh? All right, so is it just the cat stuff that we're waiting for now? Is that kind of it where we're at? It's just Carl Anthony Towns. Is that really it? I'm assuming, right? Maybe some fringe stuff. 310 points this week or better next week. $1,000 on the line. I mean, oh, dude, that's it depends what your gallery is, man. It's hard to answer that. It's hard to answer that. I don't really know. I think there's been times where it seems like the move is to wait, and then we have a really high scoring game. But yeah, I'll actually do that in a second. When will the Wizards get rid of Alex Sarr's minutes restrictions? I actually don't think they will for a while. I think the Wizards are happy losing games. All right, Mitch Rob out. Are we getting Karl Anthony Towns out too? Are we getting that nose? Come on. Karl Anthony Towns, a game time decision. GTD. More like GDI. Yeah, we're not going to be getting Dern. We're not going to be getting the Dern injury. Luka and Ja or Giannis and Denny. I would go, I think I'd go Luka and Ja. Luka and Ja's fun. Listen, if Giannis is good to go, if he's going to play today, if we get confirmation, you could do that. Me personally, and this is more for tonight only, I have Luka ranked as the number 1 play, and I have Denny ranked as the number 2 play tonight. In my personal ranks, I have it Luka, Denny, Jalen Johnson, SGA, and then Giannis. So mainly because I'm the Giannis minute restriction. So I think if you think Giannis is playing 30 minutes tonight, that the Giannis and Denny case is fun. I think I'd go Luka and Zion, followed by Luka and Ja. And yeah, back to the Alex Sarr conversation. I think they're happy losing games right now. They're happy that Alex Sarr is healthy. You know, it's kind of a perfect world. They are feeling good about how he's playing basketball. Bub Carrington's getting some good minutes now. Bilal Coulibaly looks healthy. They're still losing games, and I think that's their goal. Good questions, though. Let's go over to Sorare, and I'll do the daily picker. See what we got over there. I always forget to do that stuff. Hold on. JT Chell says, JT, Cat, Paolo, OG, Jovic, Knicks, and their game time decisions. I know, man. It's brutal. All right, let's do the Daily Picker Classic. Let's do the Pickpocket Picker. All right, so Trey Johnson can't, none of these dudes. Jalen Wilson would be kind of fun, but none of those dudes. For San Antonio, De'Aaron Fox is pretty fun. Yeah, let's play De'Aaron Fox. We've got Peyton Watson. Really fun in this spot, too. We might leave it there. Let's see. Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, both of those would be fine. Actually, Mikal Bridges, let's just do it. Here, but I'll just keep going through some of these that I would like, that I'd be into. Oh, Dyson Daniels. We're playing Dyson Daniels over Mikal Bridges. Honestly, we're gonna play Mikal Bridges over De'Aaron Fox. That's gonna be a fast-paced game, a little out of control. I think Brandon Miller is a good candidate tonight. Not even that he's like a big steel demon guy, but I just think the backcourt of Kevin Porter Jr. and company will turn the ball over a lot. Same thing could be said for the Bucks. Like Kevin Porter Jr. wouldn't be surprised if he got a ton of steals tonight, because I like the way that they handle the ball. You know, I could see that happening. So I'm open to that as well. But I think that's what I'm going to run with. All right, I haven't looked at the chat here. Let me look at it. Yeah, Daniels and Bridges for sure. Jordan Poole or Timmy? I would go Jordan Poole over Timmy, but I actually think it's close. I crafted this morning. I got a Mark Williams in a standard room, so we'll take it. For tonight only, Turner or Pat Spencer? Probably Turner over tonight. KD with 1 game or Mobley with limit restriction. This is close. I actually think it's Mobley. I'll check projections on that one, but I think it's going to be Mobley. Durant here projects for 37. Yeah, Mobley projects for 46.5. Durant's been hot lately. Double-digit assists the other night, but Şengün is back too. Just crafted a Mikal. Don't have a Knicks collection. Keep or sell. That's up to you, man. That's up to you. I don't like telling people whether to buy or sell. I mean, if Mikal, I don't know what Mikal has been price-wise the last couple weeks, but with no Josh Hart, Bridges gets a little bit more done, especially if maybe we miss Cat tonight too. He's a pretty good play, so you could definitely list him if you wanted to. SGA or Kawhi? I got Kawhi. Yeah, man, Kawhi's been awesome. I don't think Boston has anybody to stay in front of him, if we're being honest. Weisberg, I don't know if you're still in the chat. Is your guess that they start with Jordan Walsh and then maybe some Ugo on him? Maybe like Jaylen Brown takes a turn on him. Maybe Derek White I just don't think they have anybody that can stay in front of him. Kawhi projects for 49.1. Shea projects for 53.8. Shea's got 2 games, though, right? The Thunder have 2 games? Yeah, I think I would lean Shea just based on that, but I don't think it's crazy to go that way. Jovic, Patrick Williams, or Kennard. So Jovic here projects for 24. We saw that, right? Patrick Williams here projects for 17. And then what was the last one? Kennard. Look, Kennard projects for 14.8. So there you go. It's Jovic season for you. It's Jovic season for you, sir. There you go. That's fun. That's fun. What did Mike say? Mike said, yeah. Oh, yeah. I wasn't saying it's just one person. Yeah. So a combination of those guys. Yeah. Okay, yeah, thoughts on Paul Reed? He projects high, but in RotoWire, and so rare it says 0 minutes. Yeah, I mean, like, listen, you don't really know. We don't really know if Duren's going to play. So if Jalen Duren is ruled in on Sunday, Paul Reed's a terrible play. If Jalen Duren is ruled out, Paul Reed's a pretty good play. It's a pretty good play. Denny and Fox or Giannis and Scotty. Again, if we think Giannis is good to go, it's the second one, Giannis and Scotty. Oh man, that's close though. That is pretty close. Oh man, I don't really know. This Karl Anthony Towns thing is throwing me right now. I don't really know what to do with it. Do we think he goes? Put it in the chat. Yes or no. Does Karl Anthony Towns play tonight? Does he play tonight? You want to play? All right. I want to play Luka, Giannis, Denny, Banchero, Holmes, but I know that quite a few peeps playing the same lineup, and my bonus isn't that good. Average 11%. Yeah. I mean, I struggle with that too, but I'm like, listen, if that's how I lose because of percentage like breakers or whatever, what are you gonna do? Also, speaking of, I gotta level up my lineup, right? I gotta do level up. What do I have? 1K left. How do I do that again? If I view my lineups, right, and then go to, level up that way. Okay, can't level that one up. We can level this one up. Confirm. That's why, yeah. Oh, there we go. That's why I kind of like doing. All right, that's it. I kind of like doing it this way, this type of lineup where it's a little bit different. I know Jalen Johnson doesn't project as well as some of the other guys. So I kind of like doing it because of that. All right, cool. There we go. We leveled up. What else you guys have for me here? I need to lock the F in. Yeah, come on, Alan. It's week 5. Took 10th in the limited challenger this week. Star 1 Trae Young. Not too bad. Hey, dude, congrats, man. That's huge. All right, yes, no. All right, Magic Manolo thinks he goes. Okay, he plays tonight, sits the next game. I just think they'd rather have him tomorrow for the 76ers than they would for tonight against the Trae Youngless Atlanta Hawks, I don't know. That's just me, though. All right, hold on. We're grinding away here. You know what we're going to do while I continue to answer some of your questions? We're going to fire up 5 underdog contests. Because the contest is almost full, we need to get some cat exposure here. So let's do this. I'll show you guys how the solver worked, which is pretty fun. Let's sync that. All right, cool. Now so you can tell I have a big position on Kling Kong. Let's enter 5 of them. We'll leave that there. All right. Let's get back to your questions while that loads. For tonight only, non-Spencer, Turner, and Mathurin. Probably the first one, non-Spencer. I'm not going to play Miles Turner. I'm never picking Miles Turner. You would win limited champs last week with better collection score? Damn. We don't trust Ja. I do tonight against the Lakers. I do. This is a really good spot, man. It is. It's a really good spot. It's fine if you don't want to, but I do. Coward, Bucelis, or Jaquez. So Coward, I liked more when they were missing some pieces, but with Cedric Coward back, with Jalen Wells and KCP back, it's not as fun. Coward here projects for 31. Bucelis projects for 33. Jaime here projects for 27. Yeah, I was going to say, I think I lean Bucelis in that world, so that makes sense. I think that makes sense. You can go for it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I have Jalen Johnson specifically tonight ranked ahead of SGA, right? And Jalen Johnson so projections would say Jalen Johnson projects for 55.8. That's 2 games, right? Yeah, they have 2 games. And then Shea projects for 53. Yeah, I got Jalen Johnson over Shea this week. And I know it just seems crazy to do that. With Mitch Robb out, that makes me think he plays. I mean, maybe, but I think if they thought that, they'd already would have ruled him in, though. He plays all because of that New York toughness. There you go. You're damn right. You're damn right. Yeah, I don't hate that. All right, here we go. We're back. Number 2. See, Jalen Johnson right there over Shea Gilgeous-Alexander for your boy. We're doing the same thing. Looks like we're locking in here for pick number 2. What else do we have? Watson, Trey Jones, or Day'Ron Sharp? I would rank them Trey Jones, Watson, and then Day'Ron Sharp. I got Sharp 3rd. Maybe people don't agree with that, but that's where I got him. I got Maxey over yeah, I do have Maxey over Brunson. Whoa, Jalen. There we go. Nez at Denny at 4. Okay, we'll take Jalen Johnson there. All right, we'll take Denny here at 5. That's fun. Yeah, that's where I got. You want a Luke Kennard? We said 14 projects for 14, right? Didn't we already look that up? Yeah, Luke Kennard projects for 14.8. Doesn't get that much of a boost. Weirdly, he doesn't anymore. Going for 310, you got massive ceiling. Luka, Ant, Booker, Banchero, and Day'Ron. Love it, man. Love it. J-Dub, you're looking for the Jalen Williams. Yeah, he gets a hit this weekend because Golden State's kind of tanking tonight. He projects for 42.5. I think he's fine. I just think his ceiling's a little bit limited, at least in game 1. Jalen Johnson here, pick 5. People like Denny ahead of JJ. All right, I feel you. Bucelis accepted Dapper money, so he wins. There you go. Final one, hopefully for tonight. If only Cat goes. Cat and Spencer or a piece of shit Bridges and Turner. Cat and Spencer. I'm never picking Miles Turner, guys. I feel like you're trying to get me to ruin my New Year's resolution. And I'm never doing it. I'm never doing it. All right, hold on. Sorry, guys. We're multitasking here. All right, so I'm confused that people taking Spida at 6 just feels crazy business to me. But we'll take Spida there to pair with Jalen Johnson. Second pick, Brunson, Jalen Johnson. Sure, yeah. There we go. Maybe this game goes to quadruple overtime. You love that. When is the first trade coming? I'm going to say January 17th. January 17th. The whole of Indiana agrees. Yeah. What's your percentage on Cat going versus not going? Well, listen, man, I was playing Cat out. I was playing him out all day today. I'm pretty nervous that he's going to go now. I don't have a lot of Karl Anthony Towns, but maybe we take him right here just to get some exposure. Pretty nervous about that. As you can see, I've got like 9% just about. I mean, I have some like 4th round shares. It's pretty fun. I would say it's a true coin flip, man, right now. I'd say 51% he goes. 51% he goes. So let's get some more. Let's get some more Karl Anthony Towns just for that reason. We're going to grab LeBron James here. Keep those questions coming, though. Keep them coming. We got some time. We got some time. So Alan's going for a streak. Is anybody else have a big streak up right now? Anybody panicking, sweating out a big streak? Can I tell you guys something? I miss the boosted streaks. You know, if you're going to let go of the entire New York office, can you give us some more streaks instead? You know, put a Band-Aid on the bullet hole? Come on. Give us the boost. We need the boost. Oh, man. I miss my boys. Okay, we're going for your 4th, going for your 3rd. Love to see it. It's crazy, man. My main lineup has failed me the last 2 weeks, and Maxey and Kawhi, my second lineup, has carried me through the streaks. That's crazy, bro. That's great. No, that is crazy, Alan. Shout out to you, man. You have none so far. You want to get some essences to craft? Hell yeah. You got to do it. You're going for level 4 and rare champ. What does that pay? What's level 4 and rare champ pay? LaMelo, Ja, or Mobley, Jaren. Let's get some LaMelo. We got to enter the last 5 too. Because what's this at? This is at 87%. Yeah. So we're gonna do 5 more. 5 more. That cleared out the balance. You missed 280 because of Vassell. Damn you, Vassell. Ooh, $800. That would be nice. Dennis, how's your collection going? You scoop up anything else? here? All right, here we go. These are the last ones. The last ones. Let's get to, we don't have Ja with this combo, so we'll get that. That's what this solver thing does, by the way. Like, keeps track of all the combos that I've got, which is pretty fun. Pretty fun. We got way too much Ja Morant, though. It's making me real nervous. It's making me real nervous. A lot of Alex Sarsgaard. Love the SAR today. Missed the $50 bonus because Jokic getting hurt. Yeah, that hurt. Saw Billy Jackson pick up a rare JK in season. I think that's dumb, man. But whatever. I'm playing him too. Triple J. Jaren Jackson Jr. has a cap of 40, the projection of 34. I think that projection's bad. I'm going to tell you right now, he beats his cap. At least that's my take, is that he gets past his cap. I know everybody hates the projections. I know LA isn't the best spot against bigs. However, Jaren Jackson Jr.'s role has changed since they've been without so many of their guys, you know? So I think I want it. I want it. We're getting a lot of Stephon Castle. I don't like that it doesn't automatically click that for me, but whatever. What else you got? Not yet, but soon. I'm spending some money. I want to get some in-season cards. Yeah, I get it. Level 5 contender. Okay, Cat. Wait, what is level? Is that like 2K? Is that 2K? That's sick. Level 5, baby. I love it. Good luck, man. All right, here, man, we're getting a lot of this shit here. A lot of pick 4. I want some more Luka magic. All right, let's do Jalen Brunson and Donovan Mitchell. Let's do something like that. Let me refresh the injury stuff to see if I got any more pings, any more updates. We'll take Denny over JJ now that we're picking up the JJ exposure. TJ McConnell's available. Terrence Mann is available. Let me actually check the ESPN or the score, the betting line on that Knicks game. So the last time we looked at it, it was the New York Knicks by 6.5. All right, it's still Knicks by 6.5, so it hasn't changed too much. All right, so we got Denny. Let's put Cat with Denny for this one. Even if we're just setting lineups on fire right now, we don't have a ton of Cat. I'm just nervous that we don't have any, you know? Even though I still like these other players better. Let's do Donovan with Denny, and then over here we'll do Paolo. Although we have 22% combos with Paolo. Whatever, let's just take Paolo. And then, man, I don't want to be taking these fucking Thunder, dude. That game's going to be so gross tonight. A level 5 contender in limited is like $200. There we go. That's nice. Mikey, Giannis and Ja. What are you asking? Oh, Giannis and Ja or Devin and Paolo. I think it's the first one as long as Giannis goes. Can't stress enough. I am nervous. Giannis is not going to play basketball tonight. So just throwing that out there. We'll get LaMelo here. Desmond Bain. You know what I'm going to try? Our guy Nez put me onto this. Let's try to get some Andrew Nembhard here late. Let's get a little Nemby. We'll just double-click John Triple J on this spot. We will... Let's take Colin Gillespie here. I want to get some more Gillespie in my life. Ooh, Zion at pick 15. Put the pipe down, boys and girls. Zion at 15. We'll take De'Aaron Fox at pick 16. Yeah, sure. All right, let's get Nemby here as long as he's still there. Yeah, he's still there. Let's get Nembhard there. Let's get LeBron James. Oh, man, the picks are picking up fast and furious. Alex Sarr. Is Nembhard available again? I wouldn't mind doing another Nemby. All right, we don't need that, man. Let's do one more. Let's do one more Nemby. I like that take. By Nez. 11 seconds left. Dyson Daniels. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Alex Sarr, we pair him up with Denny, Cat, and Zion. I really do like Sarr, especially because Brooklyn, their defense has been like super legit, right? But now you get rid of like all the guys who were playing defense for him. Spicy P. Let's get Spicy P. And then let's get some Shaden Sharp in this one. We love Shaden. All right, what else we got? Best projection under 12. It's going to be Dayron Holmes, Nikola Jovic. DJP, you've been here. Bro. What are you asking that for? No, I'm just kidding. All right, less than or equal to 12. Let's apply it. Let's do it. Less than or equal to 12. Oh, you can't see this. Sorry. Hold on one sec. Let's finish these out. We'll take Desmond Bain. We'll take Donovan Clingan. All right. So the best ones for 12 based on projection. Dayron Holmes, Paul Reed, if you think Duran's out. Kevon Looney, Jalen Pickett, Marcus Sasser, Guy Santos. Oh, they changed the Nikola Jovic projection quite a bit. That's come down to 17. Very interesting. Very interesting. Patrick Williams is over there. Gary Payton the second. Jarris Walker, Luke Kennard, Drake Powell. But there's big separation in some of those projections. So I would go the ones towards the top. Let's take Klingon here, so that forces in some weird stuff. Let's see. Level 5 content. Oh, yeah, we did that. You get cash when you guys have streaks, or the discount cards? Cash. I mean, it's up to you. You can get cash or get essence, whatever. But I get that hard, cold cash. Is Giannis? Yes, he is. At least for right now. He's under that restriction, at least for right now. We got Paid in the house. Let's go. Paid. Speaking of, we got another Splash Sports contest too. If you want to come mess around with that, let's see if we get another Nembard. I'm okay doing that. That was kind of fun. I like this little Nembard action. All right, these are the last picks that we're gonna make. Kling Kong, my favorite 6th-round pick of the night. Let's just keep doing it, baby. Let's just keep doing it and doing it and doing it well. All right, there we go. That's our contest. Did it. We finished. What's the buy-in and prize pool of what we were just doing right there? That was a $5 entry, 80K prize pool with 8K going to first. I think that's right. All right, let's go back to the projections here because Alan is being a piece of shit. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's see, Alan. What do you want? You want Anthony Edwards? Yeah, the king. He's got a cap of 46 with a projection of 51. KP surely sits the back-to-back. Yeah. Andy probably only plays 20 minutes. Okongwu... So Okongwu, but the cap is kind of high. Yeah, I think Okongwu is fine. Let's see. Zeke Naji, a play this week. I mean, Zeke Naji's super thin. Spent a lot of time talking about the Nuggets at the top of the show. Dayron is going to get the first crack at it. I imagine he's going to play 25 to 27 minutes. I think I would cap Zeke Naji's minutes at like the ceiling being 15. And the floor being like 5. So, I don't know. Yeah, I know you say you have no time for restrictions. I get it. Giannis at a cap of 41. I think you can still play with the restrictions. I think you can. I do. I think you can. It's because his cap's low enough. But I just am nervous he's not going to play at all tonight. But hopefully we rule him in before lock. Otherwise, that's going to be pretty funny. It's going to be pretty funny if we don't. That's it I got for injury news. I'm not seeing anything else. You guys continue to fire some questions here. Here we go. A bit late to the show. Was busy winning rare champs again, he says. Listen, you got to start sending more Nokias then if you're out there winning rare champs. Congrats, man. Congrats. Who's the best value plays and the best L35? So, all right, we did just do this stuff, but I'll just do it by values. All right, so Dayron Holmes, right? Cap of 2 projection at 30. That's fun. Jalen Smith's up there next. I think there's a little bit of risk in there. I would bump his projection down to like 32. Paul Reed, that projection's really high unless we get confirmation that Jalen Duren is ruled out. But if he is out, it's a great play. Paolo, obviously, another smash there with a cap of 33 with a projection of 50. Giannis, same thing, huge projection. He's probably going to be capped at 28 minutes. Luka comes next. Then the Caleb Love from the Portland Trailblazers. And then the Pelicans have Kevon Looney, right, because they're pretty thinned out. Cap of 11 with a projection of 24.5. You see OG down there, John Morant, Yegor, Julian Champagny of the San Antonio Spurs, who has moved into the starting lineup with Devin Vassell missing some time. Sensabaugh, Kling Kong down here. Kling Kong may be my favorite. You said L35. I mean, I think it's gonna be Paolo, but if we want to sort by 35, less than or equal to, and then based on projection. So yeah, it's Paolo, then Klingon. Ryan Rollins got a nice little boost here. Brandon Miller. That feels high, but yeah, sure. Brandon Miller, De'Aaron Fox, I really like that one. Zion, I really like that one too. I feel like Zion has a shot at 50 this game week. Same thing with Castle. J-Dub, I'm a little bit nervous about, but that's fine. Bridges, here's Desmond Bain next. Then Ja, Garland, Clowney, Miles Bridges, Rudy, Keegan Murray, and then Trey Young, even though he's only playing one game, they think. Booker, people are asking about Booker. Yeah, we can look at Devin. He's got a cap of 38 with a projection of 44. God, Alan. You got Luka, Giannis, Jalen Johnson, SGA, Jamal Murray, Ant-Man, Donovan, Brunson, Paolo, Cat, AD, and Kawhi. Yeah, there we go. Emo Cowboy in the house. Let's go, Tyler. Hey, listen, man. I wish it was a BR Genius. I think in the month of December, I won more playing football than I did playing basketball. So after having a red hot October and November in the NBA streets, we cooled off. However, it was really nice to come in third there in that BR, so that was sick. How are you doing, man? You gearing up for some off-season content? If Cat's ruled out, who will be the players to use? Yeah, so like with no Cat, no Mitch Robinson, we might get a little bit more Ariel Hook-Porty. Let's just pull up the Knicks. We can look at it right now. I'm kind of thinking Cat's gonna play now, so we're all dead. We're all dead. All right, so if Cat's ruled out, I think this gives a nice, like OG Anunoby, I think is the biggest winner here from a usage perspective. Deuce McBride, I imagine, moves into the starting lineup as well. Off the bench, you're going to see Diawara play some minutes, although Diawara was really bad, and Mike Brown even lit him up a little bit in the press conference. So I think Hook-Porty. Also, what happened to Yabusele, man? Maybe we get a Yabusele sighting, but I think Hook-Porty is the one that I would go. But honestly, this is one of those situations where I think it's better instead of getting the cheap value guy when somebody like Cat sits, they have enough offensive talent there that it just makes guys like Brunson, Bridges, and OG Anunoby that much better of a play. There we go. Any changes on the Pat Spencer versus Jose projection? I mean, we can look at it again. We got Spencer here. Jesus. Spencer here. I've got that on. Okay. Which Spencer is it? Is it Pat? I'll tell you both. Pat Spencer projects for 27. Cam Spencer for 26. You were definitely asking about Pat. And then Jose Alvarado. He projects for 23. So it's still lean on Spencer, but I think I still pick. I would still go Alvarado there. Lorenzo wants Gillespie, Ware, or Sharp. I think it's going to be Sharp or Gillespie. I think Ware's going to finish third. Sharp projects for 40. Gillespie projects for 39.4. And then Khalil Ware is 36.9. I actually think because of the game environment in that Portland-New Orleans game, I'd go Sharp, Gillespie, and then Ware, especially with Grayson Allen coming back potentially tonight. Might not limit Gillespie, but I don't know. You need to tell. I need you to tell me not to bet on the Rockets as Western Conference champs. I don't know, man. I think I would fire it. Fire it. Who cares? That's gonna be the best. That's gonna be the best odds, right? And they're gonna be in a pretty good spot to potentially avoid OKC for a while, right? I kind of think if this Jokic injury happens for a while, I think Houston and Minnesota ends up being the 2-3 seed. Is that crazy? No, San Antonio's still there too. But I think the top four, I think Minnesota moves into the top four with San Antonio, Houston, and OKC. So as long as you finish 2-3, I don't think that's a crazy bet, man. I don't think that's a crazy bet. I kind of like it. Which game has the highest point total? Well, we don't have the point totals for the weekend, but for tonight, it's the Knicks and Hawks. It's the Pelicans and the Knicks and Hawks, Pelicans and Blazers, and then Cavs and Nuggets as well. Yeah. We gotta take a sip of water. I'm getting perched. All right, rank Giannis, Towns, Triple J, and Mobley in the order that you have it written down. You already did it, baby. You already did it. You already had the ranks done. Now I'm telling you, man, Minnesota's gonna be top four. We'll do it right now. This is the beautiful thing about Minnesota right now. They're not playing good. Minnesota is not playing good, and they are 8 games over 500. They're going to trade for a guard. And then look at this shit, man. It seems crazy because they're the 6th seed, right? They're a half game behind the Lakers, who haven't played defense since November. The Denver Nuggets. We're talking about the Denver Nuggets, how brutal it was that their backup center got hurt. You were fucking Googling names. Who's Zeke Naji? Who's Day'Ron Holmes? Right? We don't even know who these guys are. They're going to be playing meaningful minutes for this team. Denver's on a brutal road trip. They will get Aaron Gordon and Christian Brown back, so hopefully that weathers the storm. But the Timberwolves, if they're going to continue to win at this rate, at a 61% clip, and then the Rockets are right there, those two teams are going to catch Denver. So I think it's going to go OKC. I think San Antonio feels good for the 2 seed, but I wouldn't be shocked if Houston caught them, and then Minnesota's going to be right there. I think Minnesota's a legit threat. I can't believe they're 8 games over 500. I think Minnesota has been one of the dumber teams this season at end of game stuff. I feel like there's been some. I like Finch, but there's been some coaching shit. They've just been funky, but they keep winning, man. They just keep winning. So there we go. Yeah, and smash the like. What else do we got here? Which two do you take? Fox, Chet, or Mobley? Which two do you take of these three? Okay. Definitely Fox. Fox is my favorite. And then I think I'd go Mobley and Chet. I'm just nervous the Thunder win by 155 tonight. Can we talk about the political and economic state of fans not voting for Scotty Barnes? You know what? Can I be honest about something? I do not give a shit about all-star voting. I don't. And I don't give a shit about TV ratings. And I believe deep in my heart, the people that get pissed off about TV ratings also get pissed off about all-star voting. I just don't. It's children. It's children vote. Children vote. Right? Look, like, what did you think was going to happen? LaMelo Ball was got one of the highest vote getters. But not this season, but in previous seasons. Who cares? Who cares? We can't get mad about it. We can't get mad about all-star voting. We can't. All right, hold on. What else do we have? How do we feel about Gafford? Yeah, I wish they had 2 games. I wish my guy Gaffy Duck had a second game. He doesn't project so great, but not terribly. Cap of 15 with a projection of 15. It's the 1-game thing. Anthony Davis is back playing full minutes. That's kind of why. Whoa! We got to do a mental health check for our guy, for Tyler out there, emo cowboy doing that shit, and we'll hit him with the OG mental health break.
We can't go down this road. We can't talk about how you need to have had sex in order to have responsibility. I just think it changes you, I think it changes you.
All right, Sully back to Minnesota said, I watched that Hawks and Wolves game. They looked awful. Not high on Gobert, but if they do trade for a guard, I'll agree. Top 4. As of now, I think 5th, 6th. I just think it's going to be so close. I think it's going to be so close between 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, Mike is an official LaMelo hater. Listen, yeah, I mean, what's that prove me wrong? Prove me wrong. Can we get a deer roll? We gotta save some of the bangers, man. We gotta save some of the bangers. Also, if you weren't involved in NBA Top Shot, well, you know what? Fuck it. We got time. We can do a deer roham. Well, no, I mean, hey, Rudy has been. I gave Rudy some love. Man. Rudy was. I think Rudy's been playing. Their on-off with the defense stuff is kind of nuts, man. Is kind of nuts right now with what he's doing. They just need a guard. They're just so desperate for a guard. Yeah, let's do a little Dear Roham and then get your last questions in. For those unfamiliar with the Roham stuff, he was the guy that created Dapper or Flow or Crypto fucking Kitties or whatever. And anyway, so we made a music video for our boy. Where is it? We get too many clips.
Roham, I just wanna say I'm trying, but all of the packs I'm buying are full of trash, so no thanks. Oh look, another 60K Drew Eubanks is stupid, and I don't wanna say you owe me, but my username's Top Shot Tony, so if you find it in your heart somewhere, deliver me a legendary moment.
Just really good stuff. Really, really good stuff there. All right, let's go. Under 30. Forbes 30 under 30. Let's hit them with it. All right. It's probably still going to be fucking... oops, I didn't mean to do that. What's his name? Remove roll. Dayron Holmes is probably still going to be up there. All right, here we go. OG Anunoby. He's the one that's popping the most. Ja Moran. I like Ja more than OG unless Cat's ruled out. Ja's my favorite one. I love Ja. I love Mark Williams. I think it's pretty sneaky. I don't think a lot of people are going to play him. Dyson Daniels, too, with no Trae Young tonight's kind of fun. In a fast-paced environment, I think that could be fun. I think that could be fun. Let's do it. That would, yeah. Ja's my favorite though. Ja's my favorite in that range. Thoughts on Amon Thompson? I wish they had 2 games, man. I think Houston only has 1, right? So Amon Thompson he projects for 37.8 with the 1 game. You could do it. It's just the 1 game though. There you go. Let's remind Missy. Yeah, he's Missy. I think what's it like 17? He projects for 18.3. So it doesn't get that big of a boost. Yeah, the New Orleans stuff just not as sexy as we thought. Let's so we're just waiting on the Karl Anthony Towns news, but I think we were going to wrap up here in a moment. So let's remind the people to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, put hashtag kittycat in there for a chance at a limited in-season card. Just a reminder too, we have the NBA Bit. That's a show Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. You can go hang out over there. We'll be back with this show on Monday at 5 p.m. every Monday and every Friday, just in case it's your first time here. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for hanging out. Happy New Year. We out here. We did it. Happy New Year. Oh, yeah, we get the quiz. That's the only reason Crocodile Dundee was in the chat. All right, we got a new link for the quiz. I didn't even pay attention to what place that I came in. All right, dropping a new link for the quiz. Remember that other night? What did I do it on Friday for the NBA Bit? And I was in second. And then I think Mike Suckarian beat me, which was fucking rude. All right, let's go. Let's play the quiz. Guess the card. Play the quiz and guess the card. All right, here we go. I'm nervous. Woo! All right, last 5 games. Which player scored these? 18, 32, 22, 21, 19. That feels like Hauser or Wells. Hauser? Fuck, Wells. Damn it. All right, here we go. Question 2. Which player scored these? 21, 29, 22, 61, 50. Paolo Banchero. Loading question 3. Which player scored these? We got 27, 13, 24, 10. It's not Steph. Noah Penda, Kobe White. Kobe White. Devin Vassell. I thought Kobe White got hurt in the last game. That's why I thought it was him. Which player of these scored? 14, 41, 57, and 40. Jamal Murray? Wow, Luka Doncic had the 14 threw me off. We're getting cooked today. Which player scored these? 2, 7, 16, 13, 25. City? There we go. Whew, man. All right, here we go. Which player scored these? 24, 21, 24, 16, 5. 5. Jordan Bones, Jordan, Jaden. Man, 7. Which player scored these? We got 32, 21, 48, 33, 40. This feels like Pascal Siakam numbers. The 21 throws you off, right? But he's been just kind of boring. Which player scored these? We got 19, 14, 30, 31, 24 and a half. Jordan Goodwin. 2 more. Which player scored these? 15, 28, 18, 17, 40. Trey Jones. And then last 5 games. Last question. Which player scored these? We got 19, 30, 22, 16.9. Nick Clifford. Klay Thompson. Man, that was tough. That was a tough one. Only 5 out of 10, man. Oof. Only, 3,000. Oh, that was 21. Can we play again? Unlock now. Oh, I see what you're doing. Nice try. That didn't take long, Crocodile Dundee. Good for you, though, man. That was fun. Good times. Did I miss anything in the chat here? Look up the picture of Miss Piggy with Sabrina Carpenter to start off the weekend, right? You're crazy, man. You're crazy. I want my cut for all the people I brought over, Crocky. No, I'm just kidding. That was fun. That's a good time. I like being able to do that. Thank you for the reminder. We'll do that on the Live Before Locks. All right, guys. Let's do one more refresh. Make sure I didn't miss anything for the injury news. And then we'll call it here. Good luck with the streaks. I know the streaks are spicy right now. Ooh, Spurs injury update. Devin Vassell announced that they underwent an MRI that revealed left adductor strain. I missed that note, so I imagine he misses a little bit of time here. Miss a little bit of time. My dog's good. Doggo's good. He's passed out right now. He's been funny. He's getting crankier the more that we a little bit as he's getting older. Not even cranky. He's a very quiet dog. Doesn't bark a lot, and now he's become a big huff guy. Does that a lot. when he wants to go out or when he wants something. And the funniest thing he's been doing lately, because we've been up the last couple of nights watching The Pit, he will like, he's like, hey, we got to go to bed. So we'll be in the living room. He's like, it's bedtime, bro. We got to go to bed. And he'll start huffing. And then I will literally walk him into the bedroom. And then he's like, all right, thank you. And he'll go to bed. So he's funny as he's getting older. All right, dogs. Speaking of dogs, what's up, dogs? Let's give this thing away. Let's do it right here, right now. If you win this thing, shoot me a DM at Mike Scarian, whether you're in the Discord or on X.com, even on Instagram, on Substack. Do it all, baby. Do it all. Winner, chicken, dinner, Sneeps. Sneeps. Let's go, Sneeps. Let's go, Sneeps. Change that bong water, baby, because you got a new limited in-season card coming at you. Let's hope Cat doesn't play. Oh, you're first in the NBA quiz, Gabriel? Let's go. Cook, son. Cook, son. Let's go. Love to see it. 8 out of 10. There you go. Good luck in those streaks, boys and girls. Get after it. We'll see you guys on Monday. You know what? In the meantime, go check out Magic Murillo's content on the YouTubes, all right? You need some more So Rare content in your life? Go check out our guy, Magic Murillo. I'm going to add a link in the show notes after the show. Go check that out. We'll see you guys on Monday. We out!